Hey, whoa. Hello, Venri. How goes the hunting of monster hoonies? Are they hunted? The monster hunting. All right, this. Okay. Well, it's time to go in.
My Our fates are not yet sealed.
I wish a lot of voice lines at the same time. It's Anyder time. Good, getting punished by the endgame advanced monsters, but yeah, good. Sad clown. Ah. Wait. We don't see the game, what the fuck? Excuse me. Why not? Ah! There we go. It was still set to Persona. It me.
No, Fala es Lord
Sure.
Prepare yourself.
Let's go. What the heck is an Anyder? I really like the music in here though, it's so jazzy. I love it.
Be gone!
Be gone! I hope the volume is good. No. Ah! There we go. Yee. Very good. What the fuck does Anyder mean? It has to mean something, right? Not just some random word they made up. What is it? What is an Anyder?
Adar Morech von Sakval Erafsi.
Gonna Google it. Anyder.
Olfo en Wisdom. Falla es Noetsi.
Nothing. They made it up. It literally has no meaning. Wow. How dare. How dare they make up words? The background animation for this dungeon is eating my computer alive. Holy shit. Oh no! It's that thing! Remember that thing from Eureka? It's the UFO. The alien squid. Does anything get added to Black Mage rotation on to what level? 90? Or is it just basically the same? There's Paradox. I don't know how it works though. Ah, wait, that's not the exit. Wait, did they just use the code for the Dunskythe entrance? Not Dunskythe. The other one. No, it was Dunskythe. Did they just reuse the Dunskythe entrance for this dungeon? Ah.
Keep your guard up.
Boom. Bong. Bong. Why is there just a random end time beast down here, by the way? Kinda weird.
Thy time hath not yet come.
Uh-oh. I do get the sneaking suspicion I'm the only one attacking it right now. Don't the NPCs know this dungeon is harder if you don't kill them close to each other? Time-wise? Are you serious? Nah, you gotta get that one alone. One is dead. Now for the other. Whatever it is, it's gonna die. It's dead. Copper. Materia! Wow! What? Why is the treasure just materia? What the fuck? What was the second boss in here? I forgot. I forgot completely.
You underestimate me.
Oh no, not the underestimating. Oh, can't have been too important if I forgot. Whee. I need a squib. Victor Squibble? Joseph Cattington? Leech. These are kinda cute. Huh. Whoop. Why does casting Flare manually just have to take an entire age, though?
My time has not yet come.
It hasn't indeed. But I'm also not the tank. You don't have to heal me, Oriente. Hello. Oh, there's more.
Keep your guard up.
There's more ads in this than usual. I never noticed because I've only done it with NPCs like once ever. But there really is. There's 5 poles. Interesting. Usually 4. I remember this dungeon not being very popular back in the day because it had a mandatory, like, rail shooter section in the beginning. Where you just kind of sat there and waited for the dungeon to progress you. It did make up for the time slightly with relatively easy to kill bosses though. Dungeons in this game are definitely designed with a time investment expectation. Dima demands your head. Oh no. I know what the final boss is, but what's the second boss? Oh. You need this. Ah, Choka. Hello. So why is it called anamnesis, Anyder? Isn't anamnesis like when a doctor figures out what you are...
I've got you.
What illness you have? Isn't that what anamnesis is? It's a weird name for a dungeon. I mean, it is kind of wet down here, so I guess. I mean, it's called Anyder because it's the academia. Oh, it's... Oh, which one is this? Oh, that one. Ah. The Cyclops. Okay.
I shall protect thee.
What is that positioning, Tancred?
Keep your guard up.
Easy sidestep. A swing. Bonk. Bonk. And bonk. Blade first. X second. Ah! Yeah, great, thank you. Wow. I feel trolled. On that one. How do Black Mage openers work, by the way? Do you start in fire or do you start in ice to get the blizzard buff? What's the correct way?
Prepare yourself.
Oh, come on. You asshole. You ass of a boss. Da, da, da. Hammer time.
I shall protect thee.
Oriente, would you heal? Please. Did he break? Yeah, you asshat. You did that again, didn't you? Come on. Tankred is a terrible tank. No sense of positioning. SMH. Unbelievable. Archive time. So many memories of stuff.
Be gone!
Be gone! Bonk.
Prepare yourself!
Yeah. Eyes. Eye fish. I'm getting healer PTSD from this dungeon right now. Back in the day, everyone used to like full pull this corridor. And then there just would be so many enemies. But they also wouldn't all be there all at once. It was horrible.
I'll show you.
Not good times, sadly. wouldn't. Almost. Well,
Keep your guard up.
whee. Bong. 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 And boss time. Boop. There we are. Bosset. Ah, yes. Fish. Right, this boss is, yeah. I remember.
Keep your guard up.
Oh no. This boss is only slightly annoying. As a black mage. Die. One of them just said, "Ow, that's my liver." Love it. That's funny.
I'll show you.
Die, enemies.
I shall protect thee.
Protect me faster than Oriente. This is slightly problematic over here. Boom. Dang it. Ugh. Man. Stupid fish. Of fucking course. Why always on my late line? And dead. Let's go. Easy. No loot. Great. We've done it. The duty has been completed.
This structure must have served an important function. And here are yet more crystals.
Crystals.
I too noted the crystal repository on the way. The Benthos seem to employ them in their spellcasting.
In such vessels did the ancients preserve concepts, ideal forms to be drawn upon in the act of creation. That so great an abundance should reside here lendeth credence to Ishtola's conclusion. This facility held great significance.
I should probably do this, but should we continue down this path, our fate will be the same. I said as much to the convocation, of course, but the stubborn fools returned a deaf ear to my warnings. I'd hoped that defector at last would side with us, but I regret to report our overtures have gone unnoticed. Whither went your thoughts, Bernard? Where you lead, we will follow. I shall not speak ill of the convocation. They too seek only to secure the future of our star. Yet it is plain they will not countenance a permanent solution. That being the case, we must ask ourselves a simple question. Are we prepared to read fast enough? If so, I see no further reason to demur. Let us bring forth the light that shall ever after keep the darkness in check.
So, it was they who first summoned Hydaelyn.
Indeed.
Their discussion did seem to imply as much, yes. I cannot say I have ever heard of this Venar before.
For a certainty, Emmett Selk never uttered the name, speak though he did, of the schism which Zodiark's advent wrought upon mankind. Some were of the viewpoint that his power must needs be restrained. And to that end did they call forth she who would serve as his shackles. We now know that it was this Venar to whom they looked for leadership.
And that this place, in all likelihood, served as their headquarters. The presence of such intimate records attests to that. I would hear what else they have to tell us. All of it. Did anyone see the source of the image? The device there? Then let us see what other secrets it holds.
Please. Why must it be you? I may speak plainly. I would sooner it were another, any other. You're a leader. None can take your place. You know as well as I that but few support our cause. How fewer than they who place their faith in Zodiark. If Hydaelyn is to stand a chance of opposing him, I'm the only one who might suffice as her heart. Rest assured, however, I shall not vanish from this world. The form I take shall ever remain my choice. Then I will press you no more. Only know this, you will be sorely missed. I wonder, is this how the convocation felt about Elidibus? Lore drop.
Forgive me, but did that not strongly imply that Elidibus sacrificed himself to become Zodiac's heart?
7 hells. Then who or what are we dealing with?
Zodiac. And there I was thinking Immortal was bad. Someone explain to me how we meant to kill a being who doesn't technically exist. Do you think we might be able to activate the device again? I should like to hear how this discussion ended. This facility shared intimate ties with the Academia Anyder may readily be discerned from the common element in their names. Based on mine observations, it is like that the forms housed here were conveyed unto the Academia only when required, and thence returned for safekeeping. Yet such procedural minutiae are of largely academic interest, I concede. It is unto the parties which did frequent these institutions that our thoughts should gladly return. Specifically the followers of Venat and the Convocation of 14. To say naught in the matter of Elidibus. Makes no sense. I'd always assumed Elidibus to be of the same ilk as Labyrinthum and Selk, but if the real Elidibus sacrificed himself before the Sundering. The device appears to activate via a form of ethereal attunement. Not unlike the Aetherized. Beyond that, I can say little for certain, save that we should take this opportunity to see what other records it contains. No response. Confound it. If I may, milady, the panel did formerly emit a soft yet perceptible glow. That it doth so no longer may betoken the depletion of some essential energy within. Given how long it has laid dormant, I think it fortunate it functioned at all. That may be, but if we can't get it to work again, we'll be leaving with more questions than we've answered. The white-robed emissary hath ever named himself Elidibus. Yet if the shade spoke true, Elidibus ceased to be even the Sundering. Ceased to be even the Sundering came to pass. This calleth to mind the truth that Ametselk did once reveal in passing, that the names by which we know our foes are not those given to Ascians at birth. Rather they are titles of office, afforded to individuals of merit such time as the role becometh vacant. Perchance that Elidibus at Zodiac's heart and the emissary with whom he are acquainted be not one and the same, but predecessor and successor. It's possible. If the previous Elidibus perished before the final days, the one we know could still be a survivor of the Sundering. And yet, something in that explanation rings false. I will remain for a time. I would not abandon my attempts to revive the device so soon. There's more to learn here, I can feel it. In matters of ethereology, I know of none as capable as thee. If there existeth a means to learn more, thou wilt surely find it. Whilst thou art thus engaged, we shall attend to matters on the surface. You may now enter the Anyder with a party of NPC avatars. To make use of this feature, open the Trust interface located under Duty in the main menu. Hoggies. Trust. And that is the final quest of this patch, I think. So we go into 5.3 very soon. Can we but uncover Lidibus's true origins, we may yet come to understand his designs. To that end, Y'shtola must needs be afforded as much time as she doth require to complete her investigation. To the extent that such things are within our control, yes. Speaking of which, perhaps you might trouble the Ixoc for news of his progress with the spirit vessel. We'll no doubt wish to hear of our own discoveries as well, such as they are. Is it just gonna yeet me over into the Crystarium? Just free teleport? Yup, it sure did. Oh, I think it's time for... stuff.
Dare I ask what's going on?
Ah, excellent timing. For me, in any case. We have a problem.
No.
The vast majority of those gathered here are presently in the employ of the Guard or else one of the facets, and no longer wish to be so.
What?
In principle, all are free to change vocation at any time. But a city does require a certain... As you may have surmised, we have the Warrior of Light to thank for this.
It's you! The Warrior of Darkness! You understand, don't you? Someone's going to have to look after this place once you're gone. We just want to be ready to do our bit when the time comes.
And not only here, but everywhere. Which is why we've got to get out there and lend a hand to those in need. That's what you did, isn't it? Even if it was just little things at the start. You helped people.
Well, yes. But...
And we're trying to do the same. We may have our sky back, but there's no shortage of people who still need help. If we follow in your footsteps, then I choose to believe we too can be heroes one day. Even warriors of light.
What are we to say to that? We can hardly tell them they are mistaken.
Yeah, that's the problem. They are right, but if
They
all
seek
of
but
them
to do
leave...
good, as you have.
But no more can we stand idly by and suffer a paragon's scheme to proceed unchallenged.
True. Oh, yep, it's time.
What's happening to the sky?
Wicked White. Oh no.
By the 12.
A star shower.
Indeed.
I hear a voice.
You and all? Then why does it feel like it's inside my head?
Hear, feel, think? I hear it.
Me too.
Did I not tell you, my friends? You are warriors of light! You're back!
You asshole.
What you hear is the voice of light itself, and it has blessed you with its power! Welcome to the fold!
Sure, buddy.
I'm a warrior of light.
I've been chosen?
Can it be?
Me, a hero?
Wait! The falling stars, were they your doing? And why do you need warriors of light?
What, am I to reveal my plans simply because you asked? Nay, I think not. Though the stars, I acknowledge mine. A convenient illusion apt to awaken what little is left of the power that once resided in your sundered souls. That which you and yours call the echo. And an echo it is, of a symphony, but a fraction of what men in their completeness once possessed. Even those among you who tower over others in the gift have only the faintest trace of it. But though sundered and forgotten through death and mocking rebirth, it has persisted. A whisper of our past, burned into your very ether, along with the sight of our end. Through the rekindling of memory, I have awoken the ability, just as Hydaelyn is wont to do when she has need of new minions.
The Echo hath ever been thought a gift from Hydaelyn, a boon granted solely to her chosen. Yet thou wouldst claim she merely awakeneth the power that men should hearken unto? Her voice. Given the perceived simultaneity of her call and the awakening of her chosen's capacity to hear it, it is only natural that we thus attributed the source of the gift. Yet if, in truth, the echo is a prerequisite for hearing her voice, one might surmise that her call never ceaseth, such that all who awaken to their innate gift might receive of the blessing of light at the self-same instant. In sooth, we bore witness to this but moments ago. At the sight of the star shower, full many in the crowd did speak of hearing a voice in their minds, did they not?
Just so. And whenever Hydaelyn has need of new servants, she is quick to pluck comets from the heavens or create illusions of the same.
Why then didst thou conjure this vision, full knowing that thine age-old foe would thus claim those awakened to the gift?
Foe? You must be mistaken. As you see, I am a warrior of light. And together with my comrades in arms, I shall save the world. Just like you.
The more Lidibus reveals, the less I understand. That he's made a fine mess of things is plain. True. That is plain. You're correct. Cat boy. Hello. Is he gone then? I've managed to persuade a number of our would-be deserters to reconsider, at least delay their departure, but as many are deaf to my entreaties. Young Thaler, Vonard among them. I'm sorry to say, they've quit the guard. Nevertheless, I wish them well. Whatever Lidibus's plans for them might be, the pair have only ever had the best of intentions. One can hardly blame them for thinking themselves heroes elect, not after having been blessed with the Echo. And it's not as if they've shown they haven't shown the requisite spirit. I quite agree. Though the impetus for their sudden departure may have been words falsely spoken, the men and women in whose footsteps they would follow are heroes in truth. Warriors of light, Artbird, yourself most of all. And so I would ask a favor of you. Speak with them as they embark on their journey and furnish them with what wisdom you can. They set off for the Amaro launch, but you should still be able to catch them if you leave now. Worth the effort, I'd say. If I recall correctly, Roban took time to usher you out of the wider world many moons ago. I think that comparison rather flatters Thaler and Vonard. But the point still stands. They would doubtless be greatly encouraged for the warrior of darkness himself to see them off. Nen. If thou art willing, I prithee go. Thou mayst safely leave the task of unfolding that which did transpire at Anamnesis to us. Da, 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 da. Jürgen, I mean, it's you. Sorry, it's been a funny old day. You can be sure we'll take those words to heart. I still can't believe it. You come all this way just to speak to us. I swear we won't let you down. So long as it helps someone, we'll do what needs doing there, no matter how small. When larger threats loom, we'll be ready to face them. You see if we aren't. Strike fast and true, for victory belongs to the bold. We'll be off then. Farewell, Warrior of Darkness. And thank you. Raha! I sent them off. I hope they don't die. What now? Raha! Raha, what do I do? Where are you, cat boy? Cat boy? Are you at? Alright, that's not a door. It's a wall that looks like a door. Thank you for making the effort. I'm certain your words will be a boon to them. While you were away, the others told me of your investigation. We have yet to discuss how to proceed, however. Well, your findings on Amnesis Anyder do raise important questions as to the identity of our adversary. We are no closer to discerning his design, nor do I know of any other potential avenue of investigation. For which reason we must needs trust to Yashtola's ingenuity, and wait for our efforts to revive the Ancient's device to bear fruit. What if I were to attempt to follow the emissary? Lucifer sees his plan compels him to court public attention. It shouldn't be impossible to find. Especially for one of your experience. It does seem worth the attempt. Then I'll come with you. Safety in numbers. In combat, perhaps, but where stealth is required. The opposite is true. Happily, I don't plan on getting myself caught, so you've no need to worry. Nor do I need to vanish for moons on end. We have DMT to attend to, don't we? Alright, then I look forward to your return. Oh, then it sounds like the rest of us should avoid doing anything which might prompt the Elidibus to look too closely at our movements. And so far as it's possible, I recommend we limit our activities to the Crystarium. Speaking of which, Exarch, might I ask if you've made any progress at the spirit vessel? Of course, we are presently studying the principles underpinning memory transference and, I believe, nearing the requisite level of understanding. Less hearteningly, practical trials of transference methods suited for use with the vessel have yet to yield satisfactory results, to put it mildly. But there are still many promising possibilities we have yet to test. We have yet to I forgot the voice. No. Indeed, that may take some time yet. We are well on our way to a solution. And I shall not rest until one is found. Though we are grateful for thine unstinting efforts, thou needst not labor to the exclusion of all else. If it would serve to lighten thy burden, however little, I should gladly offer mine assistance. Quite. I, for my part, will do what I can to ensure the Crystarium continues to run smoothly in spite of recent disruptions. Then perhaps I could help. There must be something I can do, even if it's just guard duty. Thank you, all of you. I shall breathe easier for your assistance. Of course, on the evidence of the recent past, I will not be long before some new crisis arrives to throw plans into disarray, at which time your services will be in particular demand. That being the case, perhaps you might take this opportunity to retire your suite at the pendants. Suite at the pendants, not suit. Sweet. So we don't return to the other world for this patch. I forgot. Whee! Da, 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 da. A pleasure as always, Master Umbria. I'm relieved to see you were unharmed in earlier commotion. Though if I may, you do look somewhat weary. I presume you'll be retiring to your suite? Very good. Do let me know if that. Very good. Do let me know if there's anything you require. Da da da. It's so quiet in here without Artbird around. Master Umbria, it's Glinnet from the Wandering Stairs. I apologize for coming too late. Huh? Hello. A friend of yours was asking after you. You may remember them from the business with the Cardinal Virtues. Hey. Ah. I completely forgot this part. Pray forgive my late visit. I heard the man who called himself a warrior of light speak. You see, and saw the stars falling from the heavens. Sorry grew tired of my endless fretting and bade me call upon you if it would put my mind at ease. Is there aught you can tell me? Long story, Tyler. An imposter. I feared you might say that. I believe him. I wanted to believe him. How wonderful it was that even one of them returned, I thought. Yet if he's not the man you knew, then I'm sorry. I know all too well how that feels. I can only imagine how it must hurt to be unable to speak the truth. How you must abide the lie for fear of condemning those fallen heroes once more. It may not be my place, but allow me to offer you a few words of advice. As you once did me. Remember how dear he was to you. And be brave. Thank you, my friend. Oh, I'm not half as eloquent as you, but I hope that it helps. Meanwhile, in the Crystal Tower Symbolicus.
Foiled again.
No.
If I cannot imbue the infernal thing with my power via magical means, we may need to devise a way to infuse the vessel with my blood after all.
That doesn't sound good.
Art thou unwell?
Or perhaps a brief respite? It wouldn't do to overtax yourself.
I'm fine.
You're not...
And given to stubbornness, I'm afraid. Especially when I have a stake in the outcome.
This scene still makes me so confused. Is he dreaming? How is he seeing this? I'm sure it didn't just magically happen into the first. So where's he getting this from? Did they ever explain this cutscene? I don't think they did. They just left this... yup. I don't fucking know. I guess he's dreaming?
The dream again.
Yeah. But like, where from? How? Whomst? God, he's so menacing. Look at him.
A recurring dream. They do so fascinate me. Might I trouble you for the details?
Ah, I see they finally decided to voice this asshole again. Oh, how much I hate that voice.
I have always dreamed of it. Fire falling from the heavens, and the city, nay, the whole world ablaze. Indeed. Could Emmett Selk have found a way? Precious few possess memories of the final days.
The final days?
Why, yes. Admittedly, my knowledge is mostly second-hand, but if you are interested, I will gladly tell you the tale. The tale of the world's end.
Every good story is post-apocalyptic. Okay, it's time. Let's do this. $5.3 time. Ah, much hombre. You're venturing forth today. Do be sure to take care of so. Though they say it's dark hours of solemnness, one can only ever be so careful. But I concede it is not for me to tell the warrior of darkness how to look after himself. What habits you understand? Oh, Rain, how very opportune. Greetings, my friend. You perchance have a moment to spare? Wonderful, wonderful. I wanted to thank you, you see, for revealing to us the truth of Auroras of Light. After all these years, your tales set the record straight. Finally, the people see them as the great heroes they were. Well, the great hero he is, in the case of Heartbeat. You too were surprised to see him, I think. Ah, yes, that's because he's dead. At the time, I wasn't certain what to make of it all, but I got to see the effect his words had on those around me. And then the stars rained down from the sky, and, well, you know the rest. When the commotion died down, a few men were to be seen. But I was determined to express my gratitude, and so here I am. Thank you, Rain, for giving voice to the truth and restoring the Warriors of Light to the rightful place in history. Should you perhaps wish to have your account on these matters committed to writing, I would be more than willing to serve as a scribe. Indeed, if there's anything I can do to help, anything at all, you need only say the word. Very well. Tell me what the situation is like in the city. Situation in the city? Do you mean the people awakening as warriors of light? Well, while questions remain about the circumstances surrounding Artbet's return, history tells us what took place may not be entirely unprecedented. But understand that requires understanding of warriors of light in the broader Vrantic context. If it please you, I shall be glad to provide an overview. I flatter myself that it may grant you a better grasp of what is occurring not only in the Crystarium, but the world at large. Excellent. I shall return to the cabinet at once and look up the relevant texts. Pray join me at your earliest convenience. Lore? More lore! A rest for the righteous, it would seem. Do not let me keep you, sir. I bid you pleasant. No rest for the righteous, indeed. Are those umbrellas? They are, aren't they? They are low-poly umbrellas. But umbrellas nonetheless. Very cute. Very cute. I should visit the mender. Hello. Because my stuff is broke. Is broken. Brocked even. Hello. Da da da. Da da. Da da da. Morin. Hello. Ah, Rain. Excellent timing. I have this moment finished gathering the materials for a lesson. As a great many works make reference to the Warriors of Light, I shall, with your permission, focus only upon the details that seem most relevant. Ah, Warriors of Light, you say? Forgive us, but we couldn't help but overhearing. We've been out keeping watch over the Crystarium, but it appears to be business as usual. So I thought I'd spend some time brushing up my knowledge of familiars, and Alfino volunteered to help. I actually came on a different errand, but I'd be interested in hearing about the Warriors of Light as well. May I join you? Of course. The more the merrier. Oops. Open the chat. Hello, chat. If you would care to find a table below, I shall be down with the books in a moment. We're one to pore over the annals of Vrantic history. One would note that the comparatively frequent recurrence of individuals hailed as Warriors of Light. Ardbert and his comrades require no introduction, but many others bore the epithet long before them. To name but a few, there was Tolthwyl, the legendary first king of Lakeland, Rotford and Solid, the fabled Dran and Gul'dan duo of Verbet. And no list of Rantic heroes would be complete without the Archmage Tuna of Ronka. In older texts, she too was called a Warrior of Light. It did surprise me how ready people were to forget their negative associations with the title, but it makes sense if it's been around for centuries. Verily, Anyder's past was simply a synonym for hero. In the wake of the flood, however, the light came to be regarded with fear. The title used not to exalt, but to revile. A far cry from its beginnings. There it is. That's the one. Final Fantasy I. The original Warrior of Light. The OG. This, my friends, is Northrin's oldest epic, the original tale of struggle between good and evil. In a time where all lay shrouded in darkness, and a prophesized hero rose to deliver the world from its doom. Fighting in the name of the light, the hero styled himself as foot soldier. And thus he did come to be known as the Warrior of Light. Curiously, in the centuries that followed, other heroes appeared to claim the self-same epithet, despite showing no discernible connection with their predecessors. And in time, Warriors of Light came to be a name accorded to all men and women of uncommon skill and valor. Well, the plot thickens. As you know, the title Warrior of Light is also used in the source. Though the manners by which individuals have earned it are many and varied, heroes have been honored thus since antiquity. Nor does the custom show any sign of dying out, as you can well attest. Makes me wonder, doesn't it? It surely can't be a coincidence. Indeed not. Let us imagine a man who has awakened to the echo and is able to hear Hydaelyn's voice. As she styles him, so too does he style himself, a warrior of light. Of course, being blessed with the echo does not in itself make one a hero. And conversely, there will have been no few heroes who were not blessed with it. But such distinctions are immaterial to the masses. And over time they came to use the title Warrior of Light and the word hero interchangeably. Sounds about right. It would be interesting to see if the theory holds true in the other worlds. If crossing the rift were that easy. Hydaelyn did call me a warrior of light. She did? I've never heard her voice myself. But I can feel her presence, perhaps through Minfilia. At any rate, assuming all this is true, there's a common thread behind the epithet. I doubt the Ascians will have been amused. To have the word at large associate light and by extension Hydaelyn with good must have added insult to injury. Ahem. Boy, this discussion is undeniably fascinating. I wonder, should I be privy to it? Perhaps it would be better if I excused myself. Oh, no need for that, my friend. Pray accept our apologies. Your lesson on the Warriors of Light has given us much to ponder. Ah! Ah! He's a child. Baby. Ricky Tio, are you alright? Ah, my precious tomes. Did I not say you must take care in the cabinet? You too, Aki. Farewell. We're sorry, Mr. Morin. Aren't you the Warrior of Darkness? The Warrior of Darkness? Warrior. Ooh. My name's Ricky. I'm to have everyone. Ah, please tell me what I have to do to be a hero. Maybe grow up a little. That'd be good. So I want to be Warrior of Light. But one that fights with a sword and all that. No, I want to be the kind that fights with potions and heals people. An apothecary. And I'm going to have everyone in the Crystarium. No, in all of Norvrend. When I told Arkely and Elwell, they said the cabinet should have lots of tomes about potions. Oh, this place is so big and we don't have the faintest idea where to begin searching. At this rate, I'm not going to get anywhere. If one knew where to look, if one knew where to look, one should indeed be able to find treatises on potions here. Even so, I fear that may prove a little difficult for one so young, but Esteemed Warrior of Darkness, perhaps you might accompany young Riki Tio to Spirigdus. Spigurix? Rather than through tomes, I believe she stands to learn more from observing the true origins at word. Sounds like a plan. It seems you're finished here, so we'll come with you. Last one to spirit, this is a rotten egg! That's not how it's pronounced, I don't care. Run. You're going to be the rotten egg. No. I don't want to be an egg. I am a benui. No. Hello. Benui. Well now, what do I owe the pleasure of so many bright-eyed visitors? Is that the way of it, sweetie? You wish to learn about medicine? That's right. You want to become a warrior of light who uses potions to help people all over the world. Well, this is a very noble endeavor, but you aren't alone in it. No few at our infirmary yearn to venture forth as warrior of light. But ultimately, they'll have all decided to not pursue that dream. Huh? Why? Because the people here need them too, sweetie. The gods have placed themselves in harm's way to keep us safe. The artisans who toil tirelessly, that we might sustain a way of life. And younglings like you, who are the future of the Crystarium. They couldn't simply abandon them, you see. And so difficult though it was, they made the decision to remain. Then does this mean my dream isn't any good? Oh, sweetie, it was a wonderful dream, and it would be my pleasure to help you pursue it. If we all work hard, the day will come when our true urgents may set forth to aid folk in every corner of the realm. If we strive toward that day, oh, and I hope we can rely upon you as well. I must warn you, ours is not an easy path. No, you must work very, very hard. I'm not afraid of hard work. I'll be the best apothecary ever. Just you watch. That's the spirit. Without further ado then, may I entrust you with the task? I've placed an order at Sweet Sieve for a potion ingredient, and I would like you to go and collect it. Oh, an ingredient! Leave it to me! Why, such an abundance of energy. Though I can't help wonder if she'll be right by herself. My apologies, but would you mind accompanying her? When you arrive at Sweet Sea, first speak with a woman named Grassine. She will point you in the right direction. I should join you. As the one who just said... Reading is hard! As the one who suggested this course to Rikitio, I would assist her in first steps. I can't read. What about the two of you? Are you coming along too? Well, we do want to become warriors of light, just not the same kind as Riki. So we wait for you here, warrior of darkness. When you return, please teach us how to fight. In that case, Rin and I shall keep them company and take the opportunity to ask about their aspirations. Wait, it's outside, isn't it? Where was the exit gate here? Or is it just up here? No, it's outside. That's weird. Where was that gate? I don't remember. Where is it? Gate! Where you at? Got it! That is. Da da. Hello. If it isn't the warrior of darkness himself, may you assume you are with Master Alphino? Right, lest you wonder, Chesamere's orders for grapes. As busy as we've been of late, however, I regret to say we didn't have the time to harvest them. So it was with apologies that I asked Master Alphino and his young companion to help themselves to the fruits of the vines. Perhaps you could lend them a hand? It's the undersized grapes you want to pick. They are too small for normal consumption, but suitable for making wine and medicine. Unfortunately, these grapes are not perfect. They are close. They are very. I mean, you know, very four-sided, but they are not square. Oh, you're picking little grapes. It's quite fun. I'm so sad that they unsundered the grapes. Wow, you picked this many already. Amazing. I dare say we've enough between us. Shall we take them back to Casimir? I can't wait to see what she's going to do with them. Tell me, Ricky, what made you want to become an apothecary and warrior of light? Well, a while ago I felt sick, really sick. My body was burning up, I felt so weak, I couldn't even get out of bed. Then the traveling apothecary came and gave me a potion to drink. It was the foulest thing I'd ever tasted, but it made me get better. She was so brave, the apothecary, I mean. She went around taking care of people, even when it was dangerous. And I decided I wanted to help people just like her. So I started brewing potions out of grass and giving them to my friends. But I didn't really know what I was doing. I never felt there was anything else I could do. Then, not long ago, a neighbor told me he was going to become a warrior of light and then go traveling the world, helping people. And I thought that's the same I want to do. Let's see. Out of curiosity, what did your neighbor do in the end? Thaler. I haven't seen him for a bit. He must be already out there looking for people to help. Thaler? One of the guards awakened with a star shower. Thank you for sharing your tale with us, Ricky Tio. I myself took inspiration from one not unlike your traveling apothecary. I hope your good example will spur you on to realize your dreams. But I will not be done in a day. Such lofty goals are reached through hard work and persistence. Though countless little acts of heroism like delivering the grapes to Chesamir. Chesamir? How would you pronounce that name? Would seem I've been laboring under a misapprehension. I'd convinced myself that it was Elidibus who had sought the desire to become warriors of light with the hearts of people. But I see now the impulse to aid their fellow man abided within them from the first. Elidibus did no more than to give it a name. And as he so kindly proclaimed, we must return to our own world alone. With the Yixarch laboring tirelessly, I doubt not that a way will be found. Yet I believe I speak for all of us when I say that I cannot live in good conscience. Not until we have dealt with the Lidibus. This is no longer a strange and distant land after all. Norvrend has become as a home to us. The people our own. Let us return to Spirigex. It would do to keep her admirers waiting. Wouldn't do, in fact. My thanks for your kind help, sweetie. We now have all the ingredients we require. From the grapes we shall make vinegar, to which we will add elf grass and a few other herbs to produce an invigorating syrup. Though it is unspeakably sour, it does wonders for the constitution. As part of her studies, I may just have to give Rikitio a little test. Oh no, she's going to give the poor child disgusting potion. Warrior of Darkness, if you finished up in Riki, won't you show us some fighting? Not play fighting, but honest to God's fighting. We already have some enemies you can deal with. Vampire bats! The gods say they've become a pest around the Crystarium of late. We tried to sneak outside to hunt them, but the gods caught us and sent us home. But I shouldn't mind you if I would if we were doing the fighting and we were just watching. The children told us as much as you were away. And in preparation, Chesame kindly furnished us with some lures for the bats. While the creatures won't give you any sport, bear in mind that the younglings will be watching. That is to say, put on a good show, yes? Right, let's head outside at once. Everyone, follow me. Ooh. How does I wait? Just come on then, children. I think just manually walking there might be faster. Da ba da 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 da. Da, da. Everyone's here. Good. Let's get started, shall we? As the name suggests, the vampire bats feed on blood. And originally being a nocturnal creature, they've grown more active with the return of the night and becoming a nuisance. To draw them out, we're using Chesame's lures, which work by exploiting their heat-seeking behavior. The bats are wont to nest under the eaves, so you'll like to attract more if you place the lures near buildings. I have here 6 lures. 3 for you, 3 for me. As proof of successful kill, I want you to gather up their fangs. Whoever collects the most is the winner. Oh, you're hunting too? Yes. Well, there's nothing like friendly competition to bring out the best in rain. Anyway, while we hunt bats, the 2 of you have to stay with Reen. She's really strong too, and will keep you safe. Without further ado, let the contest begin. Let's go. What was that hint? I'll have more luck if I use it on buildings? On near buildings, rather. Back! Thanks. So is this something you can actually lose by picking bad spots? I think then I want to do one more here and then teleport up there, place one here. That should be sufficiently near buildings, I guess. While we drive and kill bats, you know, I completely missed that Mob Psycho Season 3 ad. I only found out because I randomly got the opening in Shuffle. I really gotta watch it then. I hope it's as good as the first 2. Job. Yob. I don't know, has anyone in chat watched it already? That just told me that Among Us is exclusive in the Nintendo eShop. Amazing. Yeah, there's no other Among Us. Hi, Melva. I'm killing bats for profit. How are you doing? This is literally like quest 3 out of, wait, hold on. Out of, 5 total, I guess? No, 6 before the stuff. So I had to do Anamnesis because I didn't finish it last time I played. Because I had to quit a bit early. So we did Anamnesis, and now we are here deep frying bats. A little busy today. Oh, that happens. Wait, this one is Heroic Dreams, which is quest 2 out of 7 until you get to do content again, and 8 until you do the content. The one we are actually here for in 5.3. You know the one. Anyway, I got to relive cutscenes I completely forgot existed today. Did you know that at the end of 5.2, the NPCs from the role quest visit you in your in the inn room? I completely forgot that part. And because I played, obviously, healer on my first playthrough, this time I got visited by Taina. And Taina is... Oh, I love him. Taina's such a good NPC. I wish that we got more of the role quest NPCs. Her name is Giot, not Giotto. Giotto is candy. I wonder what Giotto means. I'm hungry. Unfortunately, our resident Italian doesn't appear to have time today to watch stream, so I have no idea. We will not find out what Giotto means. Well, Fortran, the children were hanging on every move. As was I, to be honest, though I know that Tally... may you see your thanks for good measure? Nine. Hello. Apologies for the wait. My thanks. Not about all, even if I do say so myself. Five, 6, 7. 7 thanks to Malice. Which means that victory goes to Rain, who collected 9. Bah! Seems you found the better spots for lures. I would be lying if I said I wasn't disappointed, but you're still within reach. I'll get the better of you next time. I've always really liked every single NPC in the Scions, but this patch specifically, and all the Gabu stuff with Alize, oh, she's such a good person. Holy shit. So, children, you've now seen the Warrior of Darkness in action. What are your impressions? He's incredible, miss. The bats were down before they knew it. Our gods are strong, but the Warrior of Darkness is much, much stronger. You want to be just like him. Good. If you're looking for an example to emulate, you might as well pick the best. I want you to remember how you felt when you watched Rain. And train hard. Keep at it for long enough and you'll be strong too. If you don't mind telling us, when did you decide that you wanted to become Warriors of Light? Well, we were listening to everyone when the Owen outbreak appeared, but I've wanted to be strong since before I came to Crystarium. The Cine just killed my father and my sister, and I promised myself I'd learn how to protect my people one day. Like Artbit said, this is our home. We are the ones who have to protect it. We are the ones who have to rise up as new Warriors of Light. What about you, Ark? Yeah. I actually haven't touched Eden at all yet. Me? To be honest, I'm still not sure what I want to do. But my friends were in trouble. I know that I would want to help them, and I want to go on adventures with them, see the world together. Oh, that's a wonderful goal. You really think so? It's hard to explain, but it's something I felt when I saw the star shower the other day. I felt as though there was something I'd lost, and that I had to go out there and find it. Well, for the both of you, there's nothing for it but to train. When we return to the city, I'll teach you some exercises you can do by yourselves. Yikey. Thanks for showing us the fighting skills, Warrior's Darkness. We'll never forget it. I understand how Hakel feels. The star shower didn't awaken me to Heidelind's voice, but that vision of the final days of Amaret burning, it filled me with sadness to the very pit of my being. Things I once knew, people I once loved, promises I once made. It felt as though long-forgot memories were dancing at the edges of my mind. But when I try to focus on them, they simply fade away. The effect of having a fractured soul, I shouldn't doubt. But lest you worry, I'm perfectly happy to remain fractured and have no intention of donning an Asian mask. I just wish that we knew what Elizabeth was plotting. But look at this pair of incurable brooders. If we're going to stand around lost in thought, we might as well do it back in the city. Rest assured, Reen and I will take care of the children from here. The heads will be in the clouds after meeting you, but we'll see to that their feet remain firmly planted on the ground. Nothing, just a dizzy spell. Seems I tried a little too hard to beat you. I'm fine now, don't worry. I'll see you soon. Well... You ponder Alice's words. You're taken by an urge to revisit the scene of that fateful meeting. Ahmed! Ah... Tick tock, you're going to die! Woo! Yeah. Death. Now we're working on it. I mean, come on. They would never kill all of these science at once. You know? Because killing literally almost every deuteragonist to the story would be a horrible thing to do if you wanted the person looking at the story, consuming the story, to ever care about any side character that you introduce for the remainder of the storyline. Who would do such a stupid decision? To kill every supporting cast member except for, like, off the top of my head, 3 of them.
Why am I... Was it you who called me here?
Or 4, I think it was. I'm still mad about that one, by the way. I'm not gonna specify because spoilers. But I'm still mad. Not this game. This game didn't do that. On behalf of the convocation, I bid you welcome to our order. At times you will stand with us, at times you will stand against us. All that you might steer mankind, the very star upon their true cause. For yours is the seat of Elizabeth, the emissary, And by this name shall your every action be guided.
So you peered into my memories. No matter. You will have found little of import. But I see you intended to summon me here no more than I intended to come. The fault is mine. Such is the burden of hope.
Give back Artbert's body!
What fool would relinquish his weapon on the eve of battle? That which I do is no different from that which you have done so many times, Warrior of Darkness. I arm myself, I hone my skills, I make ready to vanquish my enemy. You. You who have murdered my brothers, who have taken their selfless labors in service to the one true world and turned them to ash. I see you for what you are. You are death, and only in death shall you serve any purpose. The Convocation charged me to steer mankind and the very star upon their true course. As Elidibus, it is my duty, and I shall see it done. I will strike you down. Destroy you body and soul. All else must wait. Ere long I will come for you, Warrior of Darkness.
Bad decision.
And I will
really.
save the world.
Yes.
One last matter. I bore witness to your final struggle with Emet-Selch. It seemed as if he saw something familiar in you. As if he mistook you for another.
What? Deathless Days called me his new old friend.
No. I recall not of whom he spoke. Mayhap I never knew you. Or mayhap it is another fragment lost.
Ah, I wasn't aware you already had a guest. If the conversation is constructive, I shall not intrude.
Honey, you're glowing.
But if you seek to stir up trouble, Elidibus, then I must insist you leave at once.
Raha. Raha, your arms. What the fuck's going on?
Though you lack her blessing, your soul is surprisingly dense.
Yes. He can be surprisingly dense at times, yeah, I agree.
Worry not. I seem to be unharmed. This. This is my own doing. The consequence of my recent exertions. It is the Tower's way of compensating me for the demands I have placed on it. Rest assured, it is no great inconvenience at present. Indeed, I told Beck Lug as much, but they would not be persuaded and sent me away to rest. No need to make a fuss. Strange as it may sound, I consider it something of a badge of honor. One of the brave souls who saw me delivered unto the first once said that the world shall ever have a place for tales of heroism so long as we have need of inspiration in our lives. Though he and his fellows had no way of knowing whether their mad scheme would amount to anything, they knew that the attempt alone would inspire hope. Or so they hoped. A more optimistic lot one would be hard-pressed to find. They said they would find a means to save our God's forsaken world, just as soon as they had sent me on my way. Said it with such confidence that, for a fleeting moment, I half believed them. Such faith,
Matsan.
such courage in the face of unrelenting despair. For a long time, it was more than I could bear to remember them. But having come this far, having sent full many on their way myself, I see things more clearly. To take action is to hope. To believe, to choose to believe, is to take the first step towards a brighter future. And why do I tell you this? Because I want you to indulge me in a little recklessness. Needless to say, I have a plan. And when all is said and done, I will ask yet another favor of you.
You're both here. Oh, thank goodness.
What's wrong?
It's Thancred. He's collapsed.
Of course he has. Alize almost keeled over from fighting a little. They are actively fucking dying. We are on it though. Allow me. The fates seem determined to not allow us a quiet moment. But come, let us have the details from Reen. Reen! What's happening? It happened after Alice and I saw the children back to Spigirix. We chanced to meet Thancred there, returning from his mission. We've been shadowing Anyder around the realm, only to lose sight of him near Crystarium. He was in the middle of telling us where he'd been when he just crumpled to the ground. The Chirurgeons are looking after him now, with Alphinaud standing by just in case his healing magics are needed. Sprigatito. Spurgengurgen. Since I couldn't do anything to help, I thought it best to find you. The guard at the etc. told me where to look. I see. It could not have been easy leaving Thancred's side. Many thanks for bearing me with us. Come, let us hurry to Spigirix. Spurgengurgen. Random person, hello. What? I still think it's so funny that you can drop from any height and not die unless you are in battle. I could jump off the crystal tower, and as long as nothing attacks me, I'm fine. Like... Oh, imagine IRL though. Like, you jump off, like, some building because it's fine. You wouldn't die. And then someone, like, you meet the uncle who hates you at, like, a centimeter before you hit the bottom. And the uncle just, like, spots you as, like, you. And then you just hit the floor and die. The question is, would the uncle then be charged with murder? Because his enmity towards you killed you. That right you here too, did I? My apologies. How do you feel? Embarrassed, but otherwise well enough. I'll be staying overnight. This episode was not the result of an injury you could find. Sacred Ether, however, did show signs of instability, and I did what I could to calm the fluctuations. He's so shiny. Yes. A lot of this happened without warning. Not exactly. You will doubtless recall the time Ori and Jane nearly drowned and I gallantly went to his rescue. When his water-walking charm failed, he was tired, as were you when you got back. We were both spent, yes, on account of which he begged us to rest, which in retrospect may have been a good idea. The fact is, I've been experiencing regular bouts of lightheadedness ever since. There was no actual fainting until now. Sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Nope, and it is not. They need to offer me more than $90 for me to even consider selling my soul to Raid of the Shadow Legends. As Alfino observed, I have no lingering injuries, as most assuredly isn't old age. Which leaves me but one likely cause. The link between body and soul is weakened further. Time grows short. We must complete the spirit vessel with all haste. To that end, Rain, might I trouble you to make a trip to the source? In addition to looking into her friend's bodies, I would have you consult Kryl about a plan. If she has any concerns, we should at least endeavor to address them prior to proceeding. In the meantime, we should get back to laying bare Elidibus's plot. Thus far, I've learned this much. That in each of the places he's visited, there have been sightings of suspicious black-clad strangers. Moreover, the coming of these shady individuals has invariably coincided with some manner of misfortune. Beasts terrorizing settlements, blight ravaging crops, you know the sort of thing. All of which serves rather conveniently to make Elidibus's call for new heroes reverberate that much more loudly in the hearts of his audience. And you think these black-clad strangers are Asians? I do. Therefore intend to investigate further. Though for that I shall require additional feet on the ground. You can count on me. Gods know I've been itching to get out there for a while. Maybe Ori and Jay too can be prevailed upon to join your efforts. He has already provided copious guidance in the matter of spirit vessels construction. It is for Beck, Luke, and I to wrestle with the rest. Well, if you can spare the old boy, we may as well make use of him. I'll go and give him the good news. You do no such thing. However heedless you are of your own well-being, if you are at all care for Reen's feelings, you stay in bed until you need it. I'll find out I will find Ori and Jay. And Reen's just like, yep, she said it. She said the quiet part out loud. You stay in bed, buckaroo. All being well. We'll have news to share by the time you return. Safe travels, Rain. Bye. It's time to go home briefly. No wandering off, old man. Yes. I love that we are basically taking our friends back to the source by way of a literal technicality in the way that the teleportation magic works. Oh, what dungeons? What unlocks? What are you talking about? I don't see no quests on my map. There's nothing. I'm just ignoring all optional content. Nothing to worry about. I mean, I did make very, very careful choices with what content I actually show and stream. That included which raids I show and stream. I have not and probably will not show the Stormblood Alliance raid because it is boring. Holy shit. That storyline amounts to basically nothing on its own. I will only do it if I feel like showing the weapon quests. It's important to Gallian worldbuilding. It's an import from 12. All the part of it that is important to Gallian worldbuilding happens in the fucking weapon quest line. You're just told that these 3 places you go are in Gallian territory. But other than the build-up for the weapon quest, where they get, like, the aura sites and everything, that dungeon, that raid, for the Gallian society amounts to very little. All the good world building was in Bosja. Man. Rain, what excellent. I mean, awful timing. You see, your friends, they've taken a turn for the worse. Kral's hardly had a moment's rest for the past few days. She didn't want everyone to worry, so we've been keeping it quiet. Oh, but listen to me. I call myself a receptionist. And I haven't even bothered to ask you why you're here. So they think the spirit vessel will be ready soon. They want to make sure there are no problems at this end. You'd better talk to Kryl. She's with the others in Dawn's Respite. Let's go and see her. Just prepare yourself, alright? But no, it's not very, very wrong. The only 2 parts of the raid series that actually really do pertain to Gallian history, instead of being revolving entirely around the characters and places introduced in the raid series, are that the characters are originally from Garlemald, and that the 1 battalion is also there collecting the stuff from these places. But with one exception, which is left almost entirely unexplored in the raid series itself, none of the content of the raid series draws any connection to previously established lore. It's completely new, completely self-contained, and the majority of relevant connections to pre-existing main story lore happens in the weapon quest line, when you start learning about what happened in the Bosjan Citadel during the 1.0 times, and with Sid's dad. A person who is completely ignored by the raid quest line, by the way. he's not brought up. That's the annoying part. It's irrelevant until the quest line for the weapon happens.
Excuse us. This way.
I would rather you hadn't seen this.
I'm sorry. We have urgent tidings.
Oh, no, I'm not angry with you. On the contrary. I know full well how hard everyone has been searching for a way to return home. And I had hoped to afford you the time you needed. But given our friend's present state, perhaps it was for the best that you came. Stiff and cold. All of them. As if they were made of wax. Barely alive at all. And they had been doing so well. Save for occasional signs of etheric instability, they appeared to be in passable health. Then, quite without warning, things took a turn for the worse. A change for which even Master Matoya could offer no explanation. She could only remind me that the soul is yet an unknown frontier, and that much and more lies beyond our ken. But let's not lose heart just yet. At times like these, it is all the more important that we remain positive. Why, I but this moment succeeded in quelling a fluctuation in Thancred's ether. And while the others have weakened, they have remained relatively stable. I believe I may leave my post for a moment. So come, let me hear your tale outside.
Good news from the first. I see. Work in the spirit vessel proceeds apace, but our friends begin to falter. As they themselves have observed, the link between body and soul has weakened, and it's simple as that. For now, I'm still able to quell the fluctuations in their ether. But it's not only a matter of time. We lose them if we don't act soon, so if the Exarch's ready to attempt something, let him attempt it. For the spirit vessel itself, if we seek to draw upon Alagan wisdom, we would do worse than consult an expert in the field. Not just a man. Time being against us, it may best if I go and solicit his aid in person. If it doesn't mean leaving my patients. Rain, could you spare a moment while Kral goes and finds the expert of hers, I mean? There's a gift I was hoping to send to our friends at the first, you see, and since we might be waiting for a while, I wondered if you wouldn't mind giving me a hand with it. My first attempt turned out well, so now I'm going to make it properly. I'll be in the kitchen at the House of Splendors. Meet me there. Well, I had better be off too. I shall see you soon. Either here or at the house, depending on how your patients are prepared in my absence. Wait, upstairs? What the fuck's happening? There we go. There you are, Rain. I'm sure you've guessed the gift is a bit of home cooking. Like Kryl, I can't do much to help our friends directly, but that doesn't mean I've been idle. No, I've been doing my best for the Order. Taking on this job, and that to keep coffers full. I've even helped out with the Guardian Restoration, and in the course of all this, my culinary skills have come on quite a bit. So I thought, why not make something for our friends? It's baked in the oven as we speak. Should be long now. They are baked to perfection. Oh no, it's the bread! It's bread. But not just any old bread. This here's old world bread. Archon loaf, to be precise. It's what they eat over in Shalia. Simple fare, I admit. But I thought it would remind our friends of home. Nothing else. Kryl tells me it's a good source of ether. So it should lend them a bit of strength at least. That truly is nothing like the smell of bread fresh from the oven. Kryl, if it isn't Remembrance too. I trust you require no introductions either, Rain. Greetings, my friend. Full glad am I to see you well. I confess, I have a long list of questions to ask you, but I will endeavor to contain my curiosity for the present. I understand our mutual friend is struggling with the application of certain Alagan techniques. I've been keeping Rampress apprised of events at the Fest. Suffice it to say, he knows about the Exarch. If anyone alive can provide insight into this matter, it's him and his fellow sons. Loath as I am to disappoint you after so glowing an endorsement. Memory transference is over the sole province of Alagan royalty. Its mechanisms closely guard its secrets. If any record of them remains, we have yet to find it. To wit, I regret that I can offer no solution to your problem. It's cold in my room. Damn. Which begs the question of why I bothered to come here, empty-handed as I am, the answer being, rather brazenly, to ask a favor. I would have you relay a message to a comrade. Tell him that we never doubted him. Never doubted that he would achieve all that he said he would. Those of us remained behind, who remained behind have yet to play a part. But when the time comes, he may rest easy in the knowledge that we will most assuredly do so. And then the tower shall shine once more as a beacon of hope, in this world and beyond. So tell him that we consider his duty done, and that he should follow his heart now. Forgive me, but do you say this to discourage him from overexerting himself, or encourage him to hold nothing back? That's up for a friend to decide, but either way, I dare say a certain someone will be unimpressed. Well, there you have it, Rain. You would be so good as to see Rembrandt's message, and to Taru's bread to the intended recipients, along with my report, of course. Cry, before I wrap the bread up, would you mind giving it a try? Just to make sure everything is as it should be? But of course. I'm always happy to let my taste buds. Excuse me, Ramrus. As a fellow Shardian, may I trouble you for your opinion? Well, I usually have mine with a good dollop of roanberry jam, but I suppose it's plain is best for sampling purposes. I see. Oh no, is it that bad? It is indeed, Tataru. Dense and unpleasant, exactly as it should be. Just so, the very taste of home. As you might expect, our countrymen have amassed a wealth of culinary wisdom from every corner of the world. But our native cuisine is, shall we say, a little lacking. In Charlie, the majority regard food as a source of nourishment rather than enjoyment. Save for those few who actually research the culinary arts, we pay little heed to the niceties of taste and texture. It was against such a gastronomic landscape that what is now called the Archon loaf was born. The creation of an Archon who devoted himself to the study of bodily sustenance. In order to maximize its nutritional value, he incorporated copious quantities of pulverized fish and vegetable matter into the dough. With nary care for those qualities which make bread enjoyable. The result is a flavor that continues to defy description. Yet for its many shortcomings, the loaf's nutritional value cannot be denied. And being a damnably convenient way to cater to one's bodily needs, it quickly found an audience amongst busy scholars. Why, when I was a lad, nigh every meal was a sandwich made with this very bread and whatever ingredients happened to be on hand. I suspect just about every Archon could say the same. Having been away from home for so long, I thought it might have forgotten the taste. But no, it's all too familiar. Ah, how it takes me back. If If there's enough, perhaps you can spare me some for the exarch. He is certain to appreciate it. Oh, there's plenty to go around. I'll be sure to wrap on an extra slice. Rain, when you deliver the loaf, please be sure to send everyone my regards. Tell them we are doing everything we can, that we'll be praying for their safe return until the moment they get back. Food for the soul. What a quest, what a quest. I need to close my window, it's getting too cold. Wee. Yes. Welcome back, my friend. How was your journey? Loaf. Other 12, Archon loaf. However did you come by this? I swear it had come straight from Shalian. Rumor said that, did he? His words are very nearly as heavy as the bread. But I appreciate the sentiment. Should you have the chance, you may tell him that he needn't worry. Of which I seek to do of my own volition. With all my heart. And pursuing this path, I fully expect to earn the censor of her friends. And to deserve it. But I shall forge on regardless. Forge on as you yourself do when faced with similar predicament. So I ask that you have faith in what we do. But we were talking about your journey. Before the others arrive, I would hear how their bodies fare. And the bread I shall save for later. Though it has been many years, I have not forgotten the feats of mastication required to consume it, nor how unconductive they are to conversation. I love it. Disgusting bread. My favorite world-building detail.
Forgive the delay.
We have visited every region and confirmed the presence of Ascians throughout the realm.
Lest a grave predicament be made to seem hopeless, it should be noted that they are of inferior rank. The black-masked minions who answer to the red.
Yes, a gaggle of schemers attempting to exploit recent events to sow the seeds of petty conflict. Fortunately, nothing of any great concern has come of their meddling just yet.
We also encountered a number of the Crystarium's former defenders, busily solving this problem and that in a bid to become warriors of light.
Their zeal is to be applauded. 'Tis but a pity I cannot encourage them on their course.
Not knowing Elizabeth set them upon it, no. Both the troubles to be solved and the villains to be vanquished are his doing too, like as not. And so, with apologies to the aspiring warriors of light, I believe it best that we deal with the Ascians quickly and quietly.
I quite agree.
But tell us, what news from the source? How fare our bodies?
They are buddies. Well enough. Though time is not on our side.
Indeed. Heartening though it is to know we can stay a while longer, returning home must remain our priority.
This seems an appropriate moment to ask about the spirit vessel. Have you made any progress?
We have, as it happens. One moment.
It's red.
The red stones. Then this doth mean...
For the benefit of all, permit us to explain. As you will recall, using white auracite as our starting point, we fashioned a vessel for mind and memory both. Yet, though it served this purpose admirably, the process of imbuing it with one's complete essence proved a somewhat thornier proposition. Simply put, the memory would not accompany the mind. And so, we looked to the Alligan's mastery of memory transference for a solution.
This approach was not without its own complications, however, relying as it does upon blood, which inanimate objects notably do not possess. We duly explored methods of suffusing the vessel with drops of the aforementioned. Alas, our painstaking experimentation succeeded only in making me feel faint, and singularly failed to imbue the crystal with the necessary properties. It was then that an idea occurred to me, namely that we might fuse the vessel not with normal blood, but with my crystallized essence.
You're doing this for our sakes. So far be it from us to complain. But don't think we haven't noticed what's happening to your arm.
It falls well short of offering up my life in exchange for yours, which was your only stipulated prohibition, as I recall. And it is but a small price to pay for delivering you home.
Assuming it works. We shall soon know if this grisly addition will serve as a suitable conduit for the subject's memory. Though not soon enough to warrant your waiting. The test is like to take a while.
Let us be off then. We have Ascians to attend to, among other things.
True.
Forgive me, but I count 6 vessels, and there are only 5 of us.
One is for testing purposes. I will personally use it to see whether the crystal functions as it should.
And if it does, wouldn't that mean that your soul could also return to the source?
Yes. In theory, at least. But there is a distinct difference between your circumstances and mine. While your corporeal forms want for souls, my past self does not. Mayhap our essences would blend, or mayhap they would curdle. There is no telling what might occur.
And you'd be willing to take that risk?
I would.
I see.
I'm sorry, and I was childish to storm off like that. I probably feel that way too. Pull yourself together, Alize. When a Wrathfinder first decided to journey to Ozia, Alize did not take kindly to my silence on the subject. Don't pretend to understand things you don't, she said, or rather shouted. Having often been subject to her scorn, I'm predisposed to sympathize with the Exarch. But I do understand how she feels, better now than I ever did. Certainly. It's stupid, but I've never really stopped to think about what would happen once the vessels were complete. No, that's no point. I hope the test is a success, truly. I, for one, support the Exarch's choice. To be alive is to be driven by a purpose, and few are as driven as him. Hast thou a moment, Rain? I would speak with thee in the matter of the Exarch's mooted return to the source. Thou wilt have observed that our friends spake not in certainties. Yet, if Begluk hath the right of it, 'tis possible to predict the outcome of his plan with some confidence. And it is their sign that, given the opportunity, the Exarch's soul should successfully merge with that of his younger self. Which is not to say the process is without complications. For one, the Exarch hath been subjected to an additional rejoining, an experience which will have wrought a change in his ethereal composition. As thou thyself didst demonstrate in merging with Artbert, however, there existeth an affinity twixt the souls. This doth give us cause to hope. Yet there remaineth one immutable condition upon which successes doth hinge. The Exarch must needs recognize his past self as simply that, himself. As our recent travails have demonstrated, memories are essential to the soul, and discrepancy in the former may feasibly cause the latter to spurn its former flesh. And a seemingly simple yet complex problem. For nigh on a century our friend hath striven only to deliver this realm, to deliver thee, and to that a singular end he cast aside his own name. He might assume the mantle of the Crystal Exarch. Henceforth, none can say what choices a friend will make, but I thought it only right that thou may be aware of these truths. Right then. Well, the Exarch literally pours his own sweat and blood into this allotted task. It seems only fair that we attend our own. Oh. Dealing with Elidibus and his minions. Just so, and there's one other matter. In light of her deteriorating health, Y'shtola should not be left alone at Anyder. Might it trouble you to visit her, Rain? See that all is well? I would go myself, but I think she might be safer in the hands of one less prone to collapsing. No thanks. You may leave the Ascians to us. Once they are out of the way, we will retire to Yulmore. When Y'shtola has finished plumbing the depths, I'd like the two of you to join us there. If you're bound for Anyder, I suggest you go to Venmont Yards. Our friends there will be glad to provide a boat for you. Let us be on our way then. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Well, I have a gift for you from Tataru. From Tataru, you say? Whatever could it be? Archonloaf, thou sayest. Why, even to hear the name doth transport me to times long past. Bread from another world? May I try some? Mayst thou, child? Thou must. That said, though I personally disagree with the consensus, I nonetheless advise thee to temper thine expectations. Wiser words have never been uttered. Though it rarely darkened our dining table at home, I can attest that it was standard fare to studium. Indeed, a slice was never far from a peer's hands. Alphino, you really are an unbearable snob sometimes, do you know that? What I believe my colleagues are trying to say is that we appreciate the gesture. Tell Tataru we'll do our best to return before she forces us to seek further supplementary employment. Right. Let's really be off now. You can find a drink to wash down the bread on the way. Fino, please. Fino, no. Da, 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 da. I keep walking to the raid. What the fuck? The free Talos. I love it. I never really realized that they added them. Huh. Well. Oh, if it ain't the Warrior of Darkness himself, what brings you to these parts? Stuff. Heading on to sea, eh? But of course we'd be happy to help. Just say the word and I'll be ready to boat. And I will ready a boat. Not I will be ready to boat. What the fuck? Hello.
Excellent. I had intended to speak with you alone. None of my doing, lest you misunderstand. The link between her body and soul wavers. I know not what you hoped to find here, but it will avail you naught to learn of our past.
Throwing jackets again? Really? You worry too much, Ladybus. This dedication to your duty verges on obsession. There's been some thought of you ill-suited for the role. How wrong they were. But come, turn your gaze outside the window, my friend. The rains have ceased, and we have been graced with another beautiful day.
It fades. Fades away into oblivion. Does the world no longer have need of me? No. I am Elidibus, and I will fulfill my duty.
Uh-huh.
Sundered though you may be, You fought for the world's salvation. For hope. Hope. Ah, it swells within me. Empowers me. Now I may carry out my mission. And yet, why do I yearn for this? Why do I struggle so? I shall take her into my safekeeping. If you want her back, you will do as I ask. Show me your strength. I would take your measure. I have prepared a suitable arena. You need but ride the flow of ether.
Is there a fight here? Oh, there is. The fuck? Oh boy, that's a lot of back-to-back fighting. There's this. And then... Oh my gosh, nah. I think I'm going to do this all in one go next time. And then we'll go into the pre-story for Endwalker, I guess. Well, that will be stream for today. I'll just be vibing next to the teleporter. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.